In the Hadley crater, there are the remains of what appears to be an ancient city. These images were captured by the Mars Express probe in August of 2004 and speak for themselves. It is clear that these are the remains of destroyed buildings of what might have been a large complex with terraces and lines of vertical and horizontal structure. It is for you to decide its authenticity. Are these abandoned remains of an ancient city, eroded by time? Are they ghost remnants that speak of other eras on our neighboring planet, Mars? Thanks to the work of passionate scientists, we have added additional contrast to these images to allow us to observe the details more clearly. Could these be the remains of an unknown galactic city that succumbed to a nuclear war? Even though these images were taken more than 13 years ago, the European Space Agency has not commented on them. These images are very compelling, real evidence of structures of what could have been an active city on Mars. Another of the great mysteries of Mars were unveiled by the Opportunity and Spirit rovers. Both rovers were programmed for a mission to explore, take soil and rock samples, videos, and photographs. The mission on the Red Planet was expected to last 3 to 6 months. Often the solar panels would get covered with Martian dust, not a surprise considering the landscape and weather. So with the panels enveloped in a layer of dust, the electrical systems would stop working and shut down the rover. But mysteriously, the 2 rover panels would somehow get cleaned and their solar systems would begin working again. Even after 14 years, the NASA engineers were astonished that both rovers continued to function. Someone is cleaning the solar panels. The Opportunity rover continues to work today, years after arriving on Mars. These events have been called cleaning events and can even be found on Wikipedia. So far, the Opportunity rover has been cleaned 5 times, while the Spirit rover, after being cleaned repeatedly, got stuck in 2020 and became immobilized. Curiously, since then, its panels have not been cleaned, and it remains incommunicado with the Earth. Recently, the Opportunity rover was cleaned for the last time, and at that moment, its solar panels were as clean as when it began its mission on Mars years ago. We can clearly see that the panels are covered with dust, and then suddenly from one day to the next, they appear totally clean. Here are some photographic examples that show the before and after cleaning events on the rovers that we have talked about. The first piece of evidence is a photograph taken by the left navigation camera on the Curious rover. In this picture, you can see the shadow of what appears to be a human being leaning over the rover. This is not a trick of light and shadows. You can clearly see the person's hair, his legs, and some kind of pack on his back. Although many discredit this image, there is no convincing explanation for it. The photograph has not been photoshopped or altered in any way. In June 2011, David Martinez was viewing the Mars Globe program on the internet, which is a detailed map of the surface of Mars, when he stumbled across a surprising structure. The structure contrasts with the Martian soil. It wasn't ice, it wasn't a Martian rock, and in this region of Mars there aren't any mountains. It looks like a building with several cylindrical objects that are connected. According to the scale of the map, it measured about 700 feet long and 150 feet wide, or about 213 meters long and 45 meters wide. It is white or bright silver and very different from the surrounding soil. Because of its symmetry, it definitely looks like some kind of base or housing.
This is a video of something that I discovered on Google Mars quite by accident. I call it Biostation Alpha. It's very unusual in that it's quite large. It's over 700 feet long and 150 feet wide. It looks like it's a cylinder or made up of cylinder shapes.
The video went viral, and news of this discovery was reported on the internet and television in the United States. But NASA has not yet explained what it is. Spokesman Don Brown said there is not enough evidence to consider it an artificial structure. It's possible that they don't know the origin of this object or building. We were able to confirm from the Mars globe that the structure really does exist. We searched the maps and regions near the Martian pole for other forms like this, or even similar to it, and found nothing. This discovery is an additional unexplained phenomenon on the red planet. David simply states,
clearly it's not a rock. It's not a mountain. So there it is.
If you liked this video and you want to see more amazing content, go ahead and check out the next video on our channel.